Hello and welcome to another episode of MoFIT Talks, and today we're going to talk to you about protein, fats and carbs. What is it? Do we need it? How do we need it? How are we going to use it? What can we get from it? How do we get those food? Today I'll explain everything in one video, so stay tuned and enjoy. Okay, so when it comes to a diet, right, it all comes down to calories, as we talked the other day. You know, it's not he who has the most organic food or he or she has the best protein shake or whatever. It is all down to calories. Simply put it this way: if you eat a lot of calories, you will increase weight. If you undereat your calories, you will lose weight. So now that we talk about on the previous video, we talked about calories, how the calories work and so on. In the previous video, I'll put the link below so that you can have an understanding. But today I'm going to talk about, so after calories, we have sort of know what to eat. Now, what are the next thing we're going to do is to find out maybe protein, fats and carbs. You know, there's so many things around the, you know, in the world of nutrition realms, you know. For example, there is vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, and all the minerals, you know, and so many nutrients. But today I'm going to stick to the big ones, the major ones, also known as macronutrients, so which is known as your proteins, your fats and carbs. So we'll get into it and I'll say how it can benefit from you. Okay, so as you can see from here, so I'm going to go a little bit quick one here. In terms of calories, as we discussed just now, it's all about calories. If you don't know how much calories you need, you can go to the internet, just like maintenance calories calculator. I'll put some in the link also so that it's easier for you to see. And either you track your calories or you have an estimation using those calculators. So remember, as we discussed, you overeat your calories, you will increase weight. You undereat your calories, you will reduce weight. So it's all down to how would you want, or whatever fits to your goal. So now we talk about the big macronutrients here, the protein, carbs and fat. So I'm going to do this in a quick fashion. So protein, the goal is for you to build muscle. When you come to the gym, you're not building muscles, you're actually tearing muscles. If not, probably that explains why if you're new to training, you'll feel a lot of, a lot of soreness, a lot of giddiness, a lot of pain, so to speak. Why? Because you're going to the gym to tear muscle. But it doesn't stop there. How do you sort of repair or make your body more adaptive? Guess what? Protein are there for you. Proteins are there to sort of help you repair, or if not, prevent further muscle damage, so to speak. So where you can get your protein, you can get it from just a few examples: chicken, beef, fish, any meat, so to speak. And you can get it from eggs, milk. And or if you're a vegetarian or you are lazy to eat, you can go for a protein powder. Right? So the next one I'm going to talk about is called carbohydrate, or aka carbs. Right? So carbs, the function, right, is actually for energy. So having a lot of carbs, so having some carbs gives you some energy. Think about it this way: you don't have energy, how are you going to lose weight? You don't have energy, how are you going to work out? Because you don't have much energy. So where can you go from? You can choose of your choice. Go for rice, fruits and vegetables, bread, pasta, and even some of these noodles. So these are going to help you a little bit here and there. And last but not least, let's not forget the other macronutrient. It's called fats, right? Fats is also important, not just for the beauty of the skin, or having good for the liver or whatever. It's also good for one thing, which is for skin and hormonal reasons. This is especially for females. If their body fat is very low, they might have a risk of losing their menstrual cycle. So obviously, we don't want to go to the X spectrum. Or for guys, if they have too little of fat, your sex hormone might go down, meaning you don't have you don't have the cravings, so to speak, to reproduce. All right. So having good fats will give you, and also food fat keeps us warm, so to speak. So we can get fats from oil, whatever it is: olive oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, cooking oil, nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, nuts, cashews, ground nuts, peanuts, and last but not least, also butter, whether it's butter, ghee, margarine, you name it. So these are some options that you can choose from the protein, carbs, and fats. So some people, you might have heard some guru or some auntie, or some bro, give them the bro signs or auntie signs that, I will cut down carbs, but I cut down carbs. Actually, when they say cut down carbs, they actually mean they cut down these calories. It's not because they cut down this. Okay, you got to cut down the calories. And how do they do it? Well, by reducing the carbs. But there's also drawbacks from all these 3 macronutrients. There's such thing as too much and too little. If too little protein, things will happen as following. Number 1, too little protein might cause muscle loss, as we mentioned before. And consider at least you go to the gym, you keep tearing, how are you going to recover, so to speak? So having sufficient protein, if not slightly a bit higher, might be beneficial for you. For carbs, if you have too little carbs, you cut down a lot of your carbs. My question to you is as follows. Carbs is like a source of fuel to the body. Okay, it replenishes the energy source known as glycogen, which is to replenish energy. I don't want to talk so much about this. I'll stick to my lane, so to speak. So if you cut down all the carbs, my question is, where are you going to get the energy? So when you cut down all these things, where are you going to have the energy to go to the gym? So my suggestion is, don't do anything drastic. If your goal is for fat loss, don't have to worry. You still can do so by, you can still reduce, but don't reduce too drastically. Maybe cut down maybe 10% or 20% of your current portion is a good place to start, so to speak. And last but not least, fats. Too much fat, there is such things, alright? Too much fat will cause you, well, body fat. And number 2, eating too much fat also, calories aside, eating too much fat will give you a constantly very full kind of feeling also. If you don't believe me, you can try to stuff yourself. Say the high fat food that I can think of is like a donut or pizza. You eat enough donut and pizza, chances are you're going to feel very, very full because these things are very high in fat. Or you just sort of think of something that's very oily or very greasy. When you eat it, you will feel very full, so to speak. Okay, so this is what fat does also. So if you have too much fat, you feel very, very sort of hard to move, or you feel very full in your tummy, you can't move a lot. So carbs, the protein that we talk about. So what we're going to say here is that from here, these are just some of the few examples that you can pick. So you want to start your diet, the following, my suggestion is as follows. So just now we talk protein, carbs and fat. So try to think about every meal having a protein, carbs and fat. I'll give you an example. You do not remember, these are not magic foods. What I'm trying to say here are just samples or templates, so to speak. Alright. So for example, every single morning when you wake up, you have some eggs. When you have some eggs, protein. You have some carbs, maybe some bread, 2 slices of toast bread. That is a carb. And you have a bit of fat. Maybe you put a little bit of butter on the carbs. There you go. Protein, fat, carbs. Egg, bread, a little bit of butter or margarine. See? Simple as that. Okay, give you another example. For lunch, right? You have rice. See? Carbohydrate. Rice, right? And then you go on to the next one. You go and pick a meat of your kind. For example, you see don't go for the fried stuff. Go for what I call a cleaner option, so to speak. You have, say, chicken and soy sauce, for example, right? You take maybe 1 whole chicken breast size or approximately with some mushrooms on the side. There you go. You got some protein, chicken, carbs, rice, mushroom. What about fat? Well, you think about it, the chicken that you have, right, by default, or when you cook, technically there is already fat, right? Even the chicken don't have fat. When he sort of cooked the chicken in the initial stages, he's gonna need oil, right, to cook his pan. Then he put the chicken. So don't worry about the fat that much. Maybe that's what you can have. See? So there's a lot of options you can go there. Or for another example, let's say you are thrown to a fast food restaurant, right? I'm going to use McDonald's just for reference, right? McDonald's didn't pay me, by the way. I'm not endorsed by any fast food restaurants, but I just give an example so that you can sort of move around, improvise, adapt. Okay? So when you go to the fast food restaurants, right, the first thing you want to do is to order, say, a burger. You have a burger, but don't order the fries because you want to reduce the calories, right? And remember, the bread, carbs, the meat, protein, The veggie, also carbs, and the fat, well, chances are when they fry the patty, there will be some oil already. See? Done. Instead of having the set which has the soft drink and also fries, maybe change it. I believe some fast food chains actually, you can opt to choose maybe a coleslaw or whatever. You can use those for an options. So fast food restaurants are actually quite friendly. Don't just see them as an enemy. They can be your friend. Use that to your advantage. So so don't order the fries and the soft drinks. Maybe you can ignore it. Maybe you can switch it to a mineral water. Or if they don't allow you to change mineral water, tell you what, just take a soft drink. Maybe you can pass to your friend. Or you can go for the zero options, like Coke Zero or Pepsi Zero, whichever fast food you're going. So you can use those to your advantage, so to speak. And last but not least, dinner. For example, after you go to the gym, after work, you go to the gym, you're very tired, but you need to fill in some energy. So what you can have some fruits. Well, maybe you can have some fruits. See, you can have some carbohydrates, some fruits, and then maybe you have a protein shake as your protein. And last but not least, if you want some fats, maybe you can have really nuts and seeds, or maybe a small little glass of milk, and we call it a day. So you see, foods are very, very versatile. The food that I give you, notice that I didn't say bro stuff like salmon, you must eat broccoli, you must have organic celery juice, or some guru magic pill stuff. I didn't say anything. The food that I shared with you just now is very normal. In fact, fun fact, some of this food, I actually put it into my diet, so to speak. Okay? So I'm not trying to say how I'm high and almighty or I know everything, but I'm just trying to share with you that everything is possible. Remember, it's calories. After when you sort out your calories, how much you want to eat, then if you want to reduce your weight, lower your calories. You want to increase your weight, increase the calories. And then you go on to the next step. You find protein, carbs, and fat. See how you can sort of merge all these three foods into a meal that not only to give you feeling full at the end of the day, and also give you optimum results from time to time. So I hope this episode helped you a little bit. That's all for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop the question on the comments below, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So till then, you stay strong, stay MoFIT. See ya. Bye.